Deal.
It is a deal. Hey everybody, it's TheaDanielsR.A.W.Vlogcast, where we keep it real, authentic, and I talk with people who are willing to share their passion. Angela Strehli just got up and sang with the fabulous Thunderbirds here at the Rancho Nicasio. Wow. Wow, you guys were amazing up there tonight. So,
Well, thank you.
thank you. Thank you for being with us.
It's my pleasure, absolutely.
What got you started in music?
Ooh, I loved it. And I had a Zenith shortwave radio. You wouldn't even know what that is unless you were my age. But a shortwave radio can reach very long distances. So even though I was in Lubbock, Texas, in far west Texas, and mostly they were playing country and western music on any kind of local channels, late at night I could get a station in Shreveport, Louisiana, and one in Nashville, and then there was always Wolfman Jack
Oh, yeah.
out of Del Rio, among other places. I think he had some sort of connection to, I don't understand all the megawatt stations, but they were huge, like 2,000 watts or something. So when it was late enough, I could tune those stations in, and that blew my mind, because I heard somebody like Ray Charles or Elvis.
Wow.
Those would be two fine examples of American music, really.
Who inspired you?
Yes, yeah, back in the day. And so then I really gravitated toward rhythm and blues, and eventually blues.
Blues is in the blood.
I think.
And so does music run in the family? I mean, you sing. Do you?
I sang, but my family appreciated music, and that's good,
Yes.
because I heard some really great music, symphonic music, or other stuff, and both of my brothers played instruments in high school and all that kind of stuff. I played cello at one point, and I always, as far as playing in my genre, blues, I wanted to play bass in a band. I didn't want to be up there with a dinky little microphone between me and the audience. I wanted to be playing something, so I would gladly, and I did a few times, get to play bass on stage.
Bass guitar.
Yeah, bass guitar.
Tiny little thing like you getting up
Well,
there and being all badass playing the bass guitar.
Why
And now you
not?
got
Yeah.
up and sang?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tell us a fun story about what it's like to be doing your passion all these years.
Okay, well, for one thing, I never would have guessed. I never would have dreamed I could have a career singing. I didn't make high school choir. That's what I tell aspiring young artists. Just
If you don't make choir, don't
let anything discourage you if it's really in your heart. That applies to anything you want to do with your life. Don't think it's too weird or whatever, or your folks might not really approve. I was fortunate in that my folks, they said, oh, that's great, whether they meant it or not, they were never discouraged. And I think that's the only really horrible thing that can happen is being discouraged by somebody you love or something. So
you just went for it and
yeah, got really fortunate in many ways, and I helped myself in other ways. When I finally had enough songs that I wanted to record an album, well, there were really not any record companies in Austin
at the time.
And so I started one, because I knew other artists who didn't have access and who were talented enough to, and would, used to touring or whatever, and they could get out there and promote their records. So
you just continue to help music along and help others?
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that was the most rewarding, I think, part of what I did as far as establishing Antone's Records and giving other artists outlets,
giving them a step up.
Yeah.
That is mentorship at its finest.
Well, it was,
And then female-owned business. I mean,
Well,
nothing's going on. I'm going to make it happen.
I mean, this is so funny. Bob said, "Well, you were the president of Antones." I said, I never thought of it that way, but I guess I was the only one, so I had to be the president. There was nobody else doing anything for a while.
It's a good way to go. Okay, so with that under your belt, doing this for your whole life, you helped others along. You were the president of your own thing. What do you have to say to the people that are out there in the world and listening to this, thinking, dang, that's cool?
Well, thank you. I mean, that if they think it's cool, that's the deal. That's it.
Okay.
Because I'm not getting any international acclaim right now, although I've traveled internationally, and I do have a lot of support in other countries, especially in Scandinavia. Something about having those terrible winters that go on forever, where it's dark for like 23 hours a day during. So those people they have the blues, and they need to hear it. It makes them feel better.
Yes, I know the blues. Something about singing and hearing the blues when it goes through your body, it warms you right up.
Yeah.
You know you're not alone, and there's a kindredship with it all.
Absolutely.
How can we follow you?
Well, I have this brand new record I'm so thrilled about. It's called Ace of Blues.
Okay.
My nickname is Ace. My name is Angela.
Okay.
But it's kind of hard to get all 3 syllables out for some people. So some of my friends would just call me Ace.
Ace in the hole.
Especially actually some famous friends like Muddy Waters and Little Milton and people like that. Otis
people.
Rush. Yeah, some of the real heavies. And so, yeah, they didn't have any problems saying Ace and remembering that was my name. So that kind of stuck.
Okay. And social media presence?
Yeah. Now with that recording, and
Okay.
it is so wonderful that New West Records /Antones
Okay.
will be putting it out, because New West acquired the whole catalog of Antones, which means every single record I ever had, because they were all on Antones. So this full circle thing has been incredible, and I'm just so grateful for that.
Yes. Oh my God, that is awesome.
Is that fun?
That is really fun.
And yeah.
Okay, do you have a webpage?
Yes, it's being constructed.
And it will be called Ace.
Ace of Blues and/or Angela Strehli.
Spell your last name for everybody.
Oh, it's so easy. Strehli. Strehli.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just a thrill to be able to have a record. It'll be out vinyl, on blue vinyl, and all that kind of fun stuff that they have nowadays. And the record company is so supportive of me that I am feeling just so lucky. Thank you. And
Thank you. Do I get to celebrate you all over social media?
absolutely.
Wonderful, because I'm going to do that. Thank you so much.
What a pleasure.
It was an absolute pleasure.
I'm
to
so
hear
glad
up
you were
there.
here today.
Thank you. Cheers, everybody. That's a wrap from Rancho Nicasio.
Got it.
Bye.